Good afternoon and welcome. Let's just check to see if it's actually going up on the live or not. Let's see if the laptop can find it. It would be good if it could. Yes, if you can see and hear me okay, could you please give me a thumbs up? My name's Cary, I'm one half of Two Big Girls Crafting, and I'm here this afternoon to share with you 3 simple ways to use reinkers. One of the reasons I'm sharing this video is because I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and as such I get to be part of a Facebook group where there is so much talent. It's amazing, and I saw this on there. So I thought, ooh, I might give that a go. And then I thought, I might share that with you guys because I thought it's just really brilliant. So without further ado, let me switch it round and get, oh, wrong one. Forgot to turn the round button, switch it round button. There we go. Let's put that in there. Hopefully, I'm hoping against all hope, I've got this right and that somebody is watching. Like I say, if you are watching, could you pop me a thumbs up just to tell me you can see and hear me okay? Oh, right. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I have a new surface that I'm working on. And it's not grid paper. It is actually a glass cutting mat. Hi, Lynn. And this little beauty is part of the Celebration joining offer. You can choose to have this beautiful glass mat that measures, oh, it's got to be 40 centimetres by about 30 centimetres, so it's a big boy. Hi, Mum. Hi, Andrea. And right, you get it. You sign up, you get to spend £130 in the catalogue on product of your choice, and you can choose to have this as well. And its value is about £54 because it comes with the glass mat and this little packet of goodies. And in here we have a silicone. Mine is just not come out the packet yet. I saved it for today. A silicone tray, caddy, liner. I don't know quite what to call it, but it becomes non-stick. So if you're doing blending on a smaller surface, this would be fab. Oh, sorry, I just turned my fan on. No, I know that makes a horrid noise. So you could blend on there. You could put your ink pad on this whilst you're, I'll just grab an ink pad randomly. There. Let's open it up, pop it on there, and then you can take your blending brush. I'm going to have to, that one, and it won't go running off the work surface. It stays contained, which I thought was very good. You could use it to put, if you have any of the little ink spots, they will fit nicely in there for when you're working with them. You could use it as a colour tray using your reinkers, which is what we're going to talk about today. The other thing that was in that packet, and I can get it out, is a cleaning cloth. It's a very large size chamois for wiping the surface. I'm not going to get it out now because I don't want to keep you hanging around. You want to see the fun stuff. So what is the fun stuff? Well, I have 3 pieces of card today. I have 4 reinkers. I've got Melon Mambo and Flirty Flamingo. I've got Orchid Oasis, and I have Tahitian Tide. And I'm going to be doing 3 different techniques using those reinkers. I have the first 2 pieces are pieces of watercolour. You can do these on standard cardstock. The choice is yours. The other pieces of kit I've got for the projects are an aqua painter with some water in it, I have a spritzer with a little bit of alcohol in it, and I have some baby wipes. Now, whoop, I only need one, so I can pop the rest of them back in. So what I'm going to do for today is I'm going to keep a baby wipe and a piece of kitchen roll handy for my cleanup. When I've got my hello from Montreal. Oh, good afternoon. It's getting a bit tricky to see. Sorry. Lamia. Oh, lovely name. Anyway, if you're a demo, you might have seen Natalie Wallach-White doing this on a recent product spotlight. If you're new to stamping, this is a really good, simple technique to play with because it's using things you're going to have in the house, a baby wipe. So I've got my baby wipe. I'm going to fold it neatly. It won't stay neat for very long. And then I'm going to take my reinker. I'm going to use two colours for this one. I've got Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo. Now, reinkers, what are they? Basically, they're the water-based dye ink that refills ink pads. But they have a wonderful range of different multitude of techniques you can use them for. So the first one I'm going to show you is super easy. We're just going to take our reinker and we're just going to pop a few dots onto our baby wipe. And then we're going to dab it onto the glass mat because we don't want that sudden intense colour. And starting off, I'm just going to rub my baby wipe across my surface of my paper. I'm picking up the rest of that reinker because I'm not going to waste it, because, you know, waste not, want not. Now I have applied colour evenly across there. I'm going to add another little drop on there, because 2 drops, because I want a darker edge. So all I'm going to do is take that colour to the edge and then just in small circles blend it down. So I'm trying to get some shades there. So let's give that a wipe. I'm going to give it a quick wipe with my piece of kitchen roll because I don't want it on my clothes. And make sure you put the lid back on your reinker. Now I don't even need another baby wipe, because if I open this up, I can find another spot that isn't too badly inked up. And I'm going to add some of the darker Melon Mambo. And this is a much darker shade, so I'm not going to put quite so much on that one. Lid on. I'm just going to dab it on there again and repeat the process. Always keep your kitchen roll handy. And I'm just going to go over and down and blend that across. Now I'm going to pick up that ink. I'm going to wipe it off with my kitchen roll, paper tissue, whatever you use. If you have organised yourself and got yourself a nice panel ready, you can do that. Now the other thing you can do is, instead of swirling, is dab. You can get those lovely soft edges, so it blends it together, and you can add colour and depth to your panel. So I'm just picking up the ink and I'm dabbing my baby wipe across there. Now, isn't that pretty? Oh, sorry. Wow, I made it today only because I have a blood clot. That's no fun. No, you're not allowed to be poorly. Sorry about that. Get well soon, my love. Okay, back to the panel. This will lighten as it dries. And the reason I've used watercolour paper is because baby wipes are quite damp. If you have some drier baby wipes hanging around, you can definitely use those. You can also, I'm going to go back in here with this little bit of ink that's on that Flirty Flamingo side and dab that over that edge too. I really like that. So let's put this to one side for now. We will make a card with it. I've got all the stuff ready, but I wanted to make that super simple first project for you. So there we go. We have it. And yes, I'm crafting, so I'm getting inky. Thank you. The pain is killing me. Oh, that must be awful. I had one many, many years ago, and I had to have an injection that was very painful in my tummy. But it all got better, so hopefully you will too. So we're going to pop this piece to one side, and we're going to bring in our next piece of watercolour paper. This time we're going to use one colour and going to make it in a water painter. Now this water painter, I don't know if you can see, has only got a little bit of ink in it because I don't want it to last forever, the colour that is, because I'm going to add drops of reinker into it. So for this one, I am literally just going to go 1, 2. I'm just going to put 2 drops in there and then put the lid on. And don't forget, they twist the other way, the non-traditional way, and give it a good shake. Now this colour is called Orchid Oasis, and I do believe it's one of Lynn, who's watching's favourite. Now this is a new brush, so I'm going to take a piece of kitchen roll tissue and I'm just going to gently squeeze it onto the mat until the colour comes through. Wipe that up, and then I am going to just squeeze the colour through and put down some lines of colour. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want it to cover the entire area. All I want it to do is give me a base colour. Then I'm going to take my lid brush off and I'm going to add 2 more drops. 1, 2, actually I'm going to add 3 because I'm feeling generous. And don't forget, they wind back the other way. And again, give it a good shake and squeeze it onto the mat until you see the colour coming through. And you can see the colour is coming through much darker now. Much darker. So we're building up layers of colour. You see, we've got 3 colours on there now. Now let's do our final colour. We're going to add another 3 drops. Oh, I'm going to dry that off before I drip it all over what I'm working on. 1, 2, 3. I thought it was, Lynn. So there we go. And screw our lid back onto the aqua painter. Give it a shake, water painter, whatever we call them, until the colour comes through. And as you can see, it has got a lot darker. So we're just going to be careful and just gently drag some colour through there. It's watercolour paper, so it will take a lot of the water, but we want the 3 colours to come through. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit and I'm going to use my brush. Instead of being that way, I'm going to go that way to get a finer line, because I want to pick up a darker stripy element to it. There we go. What do you think? I quite like that. I think that's really pretty. I'm going to dry that off there. I am going to just give that a quick wipe before I put the lid back on it. and pop it to one side because that background is finished. You can see the three, well, I can, I'm hoping you can. Why is Cary making a mess? You can tell Diana that Cary always makes a mess. She always gets in a mess. And that's why she has a nice glass cutting mat to help her not get in a mess. But I still get in a mess. Just easier to clean up. So there we have our second way to use a reinker. And we're going to move on to our third way. Now, this third way, I am using standard white cardstock. You can do both of those previous techniques with standard white cardstock, thick cardstock. But for this one, because I'm using alcohol, I've just got my normal cardstock. I have a spritzer here. These are super tools. They're very inexpensive, but they hold lots of uses. So I make mine alcohol and water. The alcohol words are rubbing off, but I can redo them. So let's take the lid off and I'm going to unscrew it. And I have only got, well, I've got quite a lot in there, but you probably only need about half an inch, centimetre, 1.25 centimetres, something like that. And I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 drops of Tahitian Tide and pop the lid on there because I am going to be making a mess, Diana. So I'm going to pop the lid back on there and I'm going to give this a shake. Now this is 99.9% isopropyl alcohol. So please, 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 if you're using it, make sure you're in a well-ventilated area because you do not want to breathe these fumes in. They're just overpowering, if nothing else. So this has gone very pale in here. So we're going to start by misting the colour onto the paper. And I don't know if you can even see this online. It is a very, very soft spritz of colour. I'm trying to look on my laptop to see if you can pick the colour up. But I've got my base layer down. Now, if you have multiple spritzers and wanted to do this, you could do a variety of colours. But I'm trying to just use the one. So I'm going to make sure my piece is out the way. I take the lid off and I'm going to add another 1, 2, 3. Well, I did 4. Close enough. Few drops, let me put it that way. And let's get that off the outside. Yep. And put the lid back on. And again, give it a shake. And we can see the colour is darkening up. So here we go again. Now this, because it's alcohol, dries very quickly. So we can build up our layers really quickly and easily. So I'm just, can you see that? Can you see it, Ali? Lynn, is it coming through or not? There, I can see it. And I'm going to repeat this process as many times as I want until I end up with a piece that I like the look of. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was 5. It's going to be a bit darker. But always make sure that you are doing it off your piece of work because you really don't want to spoil what you've made further. And the other thing you can do, of course, is change the direction. You can say it. Change the direction that you're coming in from. So I did that. So I'm going to move it around a little bit and I'm going to come in from this way so I can pick up another darker panel. Now I'm wiping my board down because I don't want to get my arms, because for some reason I'm wearing a long sleeve top today. And we're starting to build up a really, really nice background there. Now I'm going to go for another, oh, no, hang on. Now, when I take this out, I can do that and put some bigger spots on it. Oh, I like that. That's good. But I do want to go a little bit darker with the colour. I could add a different shade of blue to this and see if I could get a darker colour from that. But I'm going to stick with the Tahitian Tide for the moment. And I'm going to just give that a wipe. I'm going to go a little bit. Oh, look at those. The further away you are, the more defined splatters I think you get. So I'm kind of leaning back in my chair in a way. I love the fact that this wipes over so easy. It's amazing. So I really like that. And I'm going to just add some more big splots. I'm going to try. Let's see if I can find a darker. Oh, I know what I could put in there that will work nicely. Starry Sky. Let's mix them up and see what happens, shall we? You never know till you try. So we're going to just put a couple of drops of Starry Sky in there. 1, 2, 3. Lid on the Starry Sky because we don't want to get that everywhere. It's definitely darkened down. We can make custom colours this way as well. We can create our own. So, oh, wrong direction. Oh, look at that. I really like this. I'm really enjoying playing with that. I like getting messy. And I had too much alcohol in here, so when I finished here, how am I going to clean this out? Well, I am actually going to tip this away and I'm going to flush it through with water. And then I'm going to let it dry and then I'm going to flush it through again with alcohol, a little bit of alcohol, just to clean it all out and to clean out the nozzle and the tubes and things. But, I mean, if you've got lots of spritzers at home, you could have them all different colours, couldn't you? So let's put that to one side for the moment. So what am I going to do with these? Well, I really liked the cards that were created on the Facebook thing. I don't know quite what you call it. They did a Facebook video. So we have our baby wipe, our watercolour ombre build up, and our alcohol spritzer. You were going to ask how to clean it. Well, that's the way I'm going to clean it. They are going to get emptied. This one that's got the water in it will be just kept flushing through with water until it comes clean. I will let you know that your bristles may remain coloured, particularly if you use reds or pinks or purples. You will get quite strong colouring on there. But I've never had any trouble with it transferring, as long as I've cleaned it properly and I brush it and wash it through until it comes clear. Then you're okay. And with the spritzer, the same again with the alcohol, but I would give it a final spritz with alcohol, just to make sure it's okay. Sorry about that, I needed a mouthful of water. Right, let's get these into cards. I've got some plain white card bases and they are all going to go on them. It would help if they were up the right way. Yep, make sure that. Now, do we like this with the dark pink at the bottom and the light at the top, or the dark pink at the top and the light at the bottom? You guys let me know. I think I'm running out of glue, but that's okay. These cards are going to be very simple. I am literally just going to glue my panels down. Make sure the card is up the right way. And I'm going to line that up. Now, as with my normal grid paper, this glass mat has lines on it, so I can still use that to get a reasonably straight colour. Oh, I like that idea. Dark at the bottom, it looks like a sunset. Yes, that sounds very nice. Now, if your watercolour paper is still wet, may I suggest that you dry it? Now, mine is touch dry, but to be truthful, it could probably do with a blast with a heat tool or leaving overnight or whatever. But I'm not going to do that. I'm living wild. I'm going to make sure it's got glue all the way around the edges and plenty in the middle so that it can be stuck down. Line up my card base and go in the middle there. Do you know what? I think that's my favourite. It does help. Oh, thank you, Cindy. That's very kind of you. There's two. Let's get the third one put together. So obviously this one, which was done with the alcohol, will dry much quicker. But even that, if you've used a lot, you might find yourself with a little bit of a soggy bottom to go to a TV program. Just be careful. And sometimes just make sure that your card is opening the right way, because I very nearly didn't there. So, let's line it up on my grid paper, my new glass cutting mat. And when we're happy, give it a good press over to make sure the glue has gone all over the place. Now, these cards, as I told you, are going to be super simples. I have 3 sentiments and I'm going to use them on my cards. These sentiments are from a die set that I think is absolutely amazing. It's called Wanted to Say. It's tucked away in the back of the annual catalogue from Stampin' Up, and it comes it comes with the inner line feel and the shadow part, and you've got celebrate, happy birthday, you are too kind, and get well soon, plus all these little flowers and hearts and stems and a parcel. Really, really good one. Love that set. So which way round are we gonna go? It's one of your favorites too. Yeah, I love it. Oh, I quite like that. A jaunty angle. Are we happy with the placement on those? Do we think the sentiments go with the cards? I think they do. Quite happy with those. And I'm keeping them flat. Well, they're not completely flat because obviously each sentiment is 2 layers of cardstock thick. But I'm not going to put them up on 3D foam for this today. I'm going to keep that one straight and go for this one. I love this feel better soon. Oh, that's just for you with your poorly leg in bed. Okay, so we just get that kind of in the right place. I did actually pick out some gems to put on these. I have got some, these are 2022-24 in colour pearls, and I thought they would work really well for those two because they're in colours. Reinkers, which sadly these colours are going in April, so I will be very sad to see them go. So I'm going to use some of the pretty pearls on here, and I love the fact that the spots are kind of echoed in the splatters on that card, and it's a very simple card, it's not complex. I'm going to go with the beautiful Orchid Oasis there, That just gives it a little bit of touch of colour. For this one, I'm not going to use these pearls. I have picked out 2. And I'm going to get you guys to help me choose which ones should I use. Should I use black dots, black matte dots, or iridescent rhinestones? Oh, put your address, send it in a PM to me, and I'll pop it in the post to you tomorrow, Anya. So do you want sparkles or black dots? Black. Yeah, I have to say I was going down the black route myself. I like the simplicity sometimes, and the fact that they're not sparkly. I know I love sparkles, but sometimes it's just very nice to not have sparkles. So let's get one there, one there, and we'll have another one over here. There we go. Super simple, super quick and fun. All made a lot easier by having a super easy to clean surface to work on. So there we have 3 different techniques using 5 reinkers. Which is your favourite? Are you a purple girl, a blue girl, or a pink girl? Oh boy, my grandson loves pink. My niece, who they're both the same age, loves dark blue. So we have lots of colour in our house because rainbows are my favourite. So there you go. Thank you very much for your lovely compliments. Oh, Beverly likes the pink. I do too. Oh, you love them all. Thank you so much. Well, that's it from me this week. A nice short and sweet video. Live, whatever we're calling it. And hopefully we'll all have a good week. And I will see you all back here next week. Same time, same place. Oh, and if you are interested in this glass mat and its bits and pieces, it is only available with the celebration that is currently running from Stamping Up. And I don't have a catalogue handy, of course I wouldn't. Why would I have a catalogue handy? So if you are interested in signing up and receiving this mat and its lovely attachments, please reach out, find your local demo. If you are in the UK or parts of Europe and would like to join with us to become one of the larger than life stampers, we would love for you to join with us. That's all from me this week. Don't forget, celebration ends the end of February. DM me for any more information. Take care, look after yourselves. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.